Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Variable. My name is Russ Clough. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't come across this question yet, you're bound to at some point or another, and that is, how do you handle a project when it's something that you've never done before? Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan, nor would I suggest that anybody ever pad their resume and be untruthful about their background, nor do I think it is smart to sit down with a client and tell them stuff that isn't factual or somehow fabricate experience that just isn't there. That's not wise. But there is going to come an opportunity in your career, if it hasn't already, where you're going to be asked to do something, or you'll have the opportunity to do something that you've never done before. Metaphorically, all of us are going to punch up at some point, and that's an opportunity to grow as a design professional. How do you make sure that you don't look like an idiot? And how do you instill confidence in your potential client that you guys are capable of doing it? Well, hopefully you have a good rapport with this person already. Hopefully you've used, as we suggested in our previous videos on the channel, you've used multiple points of interaction to establish a rapport, to build a relationship. So this isn't your first time talking with them. They know who you are, and they have good feelings about you and the work that you've done in the past. I know that we have a tendency when we're uncomfortable and we're in a situation where we aren't really familiar with things, that we have a tendency to want to open our mouths, when in fact the right thing to do is to close it. If you guys aren't familiar with the famous Chris Do, I highly recommend you go check out The Future, his channel. He suggests this numerous times, and I echo it 100%. When it comes down to building a relationship and instilling trust in a potential client, you need to ask questions more than talk. When you go into a doctor's office and you sit down with a doc, they don't talk about the grades that they got in med school. They start off by asking good questions, which helps drive a solution. Nobody expects the doctor right off the bat to come in the door, look at you, and know exactly what's wrong. Maybe sometimes, but generally, they have to ask good questions. And none of us think that they are somehow incompetent or stupid because they started off by asking questions. So likewise, when you're going into these first meetings and you're testing the waters on whether you're going to be able to do this job or not and win this client, you need to ask great questions. Now that's a whole topic in and of itself, but really the point that I'm driving home here is that you guys need to pause. Silence is not the enemy here. Don't get confused. I know that we have a tendency to want to fill the silence when we're nervous. Slow down, take your time, and ask questions. And that will help drive a number of the decisions that you're going to make during the design process to execute this project, hopefully really, really well. And you'll be able to add it to your portfolio, and it'll be another win. So, food for thought for you guys. When it comes down to doing something that you've never done before, the secret sauce is shutting your mouth and asking questions more than it is talking about yourself. The smartest person in a room isn't the one who speaks the most. It's the one who listens and asks well-articulated questions. There you go. So, stick around after this brief commercial break. We'll be back and we'll be introducing today's guest speaker, so don't go anywhere.